advance, retreat, double advance, jump back, good, pass back, there we go, extend your arm, lunge, recover, advance lunge, and recover, advance lunge, and recover, balance, right, and retreat, advance, retreat, small advance, small retreat, large advance, ooh, fast retreat, extend your arm, lunge, and recover, retreat, and shake it loose. Very nice. Very good. All right. So here we go, back on guard. So let's do a little bit of tactical awareness now, right? Remember what we're watching for when we played the glove game? Right? So you make a slow advance, right? And what happens when you make a slow advance and you see, oh, your opponent just backed up? You're not going to be able to hit him. You're still at a distance, right? So you retreat. You start it again, right? Slow advance. Oh, he moved again, right? So you got to retreat. Start it again, right? So this time you make a slow advance and you're watching him as you move. And if your back foot lands and he hasn't gone anywhere, go ahead and lunge. And lunge. And recover. And shake it loose. So, you know, you have to decide, when do you make up your mind when you're going to lunge? Is it beforehand? Before you move? Is it after you've moved? Or is it during the move? You know, if you make it up ahead of time, it's not going to work. I mean, you don't know what the guy's going to do. You can't assume he's going to be standing there. You can't wait until you made your complete move, because if you do, you're going to be vulnerable. You're going to be standing there scratching your head thinking about what to do, and the guy's going to be hitting you. So that's not good. So you've got to make up your mind as you're moving. So that's why you're going slow. You're watching the guy. You're making that advance, and you notice he hasn't moved. Lunge, all right? On guard. I'm going to have to tell you now a little bit, right? Kind of simulate it a little bit, right? So slow advance. Oh, he's moving and retreat. Right? Slow advance. Oh, he's moving. Right? Retreat. Right? Slow advance. He's standing still. You lunge. There you go. And recover. And retreat. Advance. Now we're just maneuvering a little bit. And retreat. Small retreat. Small advance. Small retreat. Now we're going to start it over again. All right, slow advance. So we're going to start our whole thing over. Go ahead, slow advance. Oh, he's moving. Retreat again. All right, slow advance. Oh, he's still there. Lunge. And recover. And shake it loose. Right? So that's the pattern you run on somebody like that. You mix it up, you move around, and you go back into your pattern, and you start moving that slow, thinking, oh, he's wise to that. You know what I mean? All right, you mix it up a little bit, go back into that same pattern again. All right, here we go, on guard. Now let's use a couple of things tactically to run this 5-touch stop right here and get some touches on. Okay? You guys know all the footwork now. Right? It's no more technical. It's like tactical. Right? Here we go. Advance. So first there's maneuvering footwork. Just to maneuver around to get a feeling of what experienced fencer you have. How does he move? And retreat, retreat, advance, right, small retreat, large advance, large retreat, small advance. Okay, now you know, uh-oh, you know what, this guy's really keeping good distance. I've got a guy who knows how to fence on my hands. Okay, so I better be wary about him and not get too close, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to trick him a little bit, right? So make a double advance and push him a little bit. Good, and retreat. He's getting into the pattern. Retreat. He's following in another double advance. Advance, good. And retreat. Okay, now on our next one, here's what we're going to do. We're going to fake him to make him think we're going to make a retreat, or we're just going to make like a little half step back. Right. And as our opponent starts to advance, we're going to lunge into his advance, right? So the way that works is, as soon as your back foot hits the ground, you have to lunge. So it looks like this. Retreat. Now when I want to make my lunge, I make my half step and I go whoop, boom. So it's retreat, half step, lunge. You know how that works? Retreat, half step, lunge. Okay? So we got him into our pattern. Let's push him one more time. Double advance, right? Okay, good. We get in his face a little bit. Now we're going to push him and pull him. Now we're going to pull him in. So we retreat. Good. Retreat. All right, here we go now. So make that little half step lunge. Half step. Good. And recover and shake it loose. So that's called like a push and pull. Pushing him out away, pulling him in. Pushing him away, pulling him in. Pushing him away, start to pull them in and fool them like you're going to go backwards, and you don't go backwards, you're going forwards now. When he's coming forward, so the distance closes, you can attack him and hit him. You just got that touch in your head and it's about nothing. Right, here we go. And guard. That worked pretty good. So let's fool him again this time, right? So advance, and retreat, and retreat, and advance. This move brings small advance, small retreat. Nice to make small steps. Small advance, small retreat, double advance. One simple, very good. Retreat, you get him into our pattern. Retreat. Now this is when we fool him. Double advance. Oh, we caught him off guard. He's in within our zone now, so go ahead and lunge. And you hit him again. All right, you just scored another touch. You thought you were going to make those retreats again, right? You made that double advance and you got close enough. You said, hey, he's right there. And we hit him. All right, so we're ahead 2-0. Good deal. All right, here we go. Ooh, here's the good one. This is what we're going to use this time. We're going to let him attack us. Okay? I'll show you what happens. So here we go. We're out there. We're going to maneuver a little bit now. And small advance, small retreat, small retreat, small advance, 2 advances, 2 retreats. We're just maneuvering. Okay, good. So here we go. So let's go. Let me get him to attack us, right? Now we're going to have to wait for him a little bit, right? We're just going to have to maneuver around a little bit. So we make an advance, and retreat, and we make an advance. Okay, now we got a little bit too close. We're in his lunging distance, right? So he makes a lunge and tries to hit us. So instead of maybe just making a retreat, here's what we're going to jump back out of the way. So jump back. Ooh, very nice. Now what happened? He did this. He made his lunge, right? And we jumped back out of the way, and he came up short. So his lunge ended, whoop, and it came up short, and it didn't get anything. So his attack is just ended right there, right? So now the priority is shifted to us in foil. So we jumped back out of the way. So he's out here. So he says, uh-oh, I better get out of the way. So he's got to do, well, first thing he has to do is he has to recover, right? So we jumped back. So as he recovers, here's what we're going to do. We advance. And as he's starting to retreat, he's still too close to us. We're going to lunge now and hit him. Boom! And we scored another touch. Okay? So let's put that all together. Right? I want you to see what that feels like. It's going to be this way. So on guard. A little bit faster. So jump back. Advance lunge. Go back. There you go. That's what got you that last touch. So now you're ahead. So you're out there fencing, and you let him get close, and you lunge, and you go, there he goes. Bang, and you hit him. So it's 3-0. All right, here we go. Back on guard. Very nice. So advance, and maneuver, retreat, double advance, double retreat. Oh, let's get him this way. Let's see if he's vulnerable enough to maybe one of those balestras, which is the jumping lunge, right? So jump forward. He's close enough. Go ahead and lunge and hit him. Boom, there you go. You got another touch. So it's 4-0 now. Oh boy, 4-0 is a good spot to be. You know, yeah. That's nice, you know. So you're ahead 4-0. So first of all, you're thinking in your mind, I got it made. I'm ahead 4-0. I can't lose this bout. No, I mean, I might as well just hope for a lucky touch, right? I mean, that's what we should do. What do you think? What's our strategy now? Stall? Too much time on the clock. Can't stall. Go on the defense. Mark watch a lot of football. You know what happens to a team that always tries to play defense toward an end of the game when they're ahead? That doesn't work. They always lose. It always comes up and the team catches up, right? I don't want that to happen. So I'm thinking to myself, you know, I've been fencing pretty good here. I just don't stop what I'm doing. And if I change in any way, it's going to be to this guy's advantage. You know what I mean? So I'm just not going to change. I'm just going to keep fencing the way I have been. It's been working. So let's just stick with that and get this last touch and move. So we're going to go back all the way to our original, right? We're going to push him, we're going to pull him, we're going to push him, we're going to make that little half step, we're going to make a lunge and hit him and finish the bout. Okay, so here we go, on there. Right, so let's maneuver a little bit on him, right? So advance, then retreat, and advance, and retreat, and a double advance. Ooh, push him a little bit, get in his face. Ooh, push him away, and retreat. He follows, he's in your pattern, and retreat. Ooh, and advance again, and retreat. Push him one more time with a double advance. Ooh, and retreat. Right? Now make that little half retreat. He thinks you're going to retreat again full, right? So make that, he's coming and you're lunging. And there you go. And shake it. You scored that 5th touch. Just one bout, right? So after you're done and you're out there fencing, couple weeks that goes by, you go back to your basic position, you take your mask off, you salute your opponent, you shake hands, you go sit down, you wait to fence somebody else. So why don't everybody take a break for a minute and go get a drink and hydrate yourselves and come back, and we're going to get the blades out and we're going to start